Your infrared tent heater from Pelsue has been engineered and tested to warm your work tent safely. Proper setup, placement, and use of your tent heater is crucial to ensuring that safety. As with any equipment, first conduct a thorough inspection of the heater before deploying it. Check to make sure that the guard is properly installed over the front of the heater and the rubber feet on the bottom are securely attached. Ensure that the valve knob is present and that valve control rotates in accordance with the markings on the dial. Examine the copper piping inside the unit to make sure there are no kinks, breaks, or damage on the line. If your inspection yields any of these or other signs of damage or wear, remove the heater from service until it can be repaired or replaced. Your infrared tent heater is designed to work with a DOT or CTC approved 20 or 40 pound vapor draw style gas cylinder. Use a two-stage regulator system when running the heater. The first stage regulator is built into the hose assembly, which is attached to the propane bottle. This drops the pressure to 10 psi, and the second regulator built into the unit drops it even further to roughly 0.4 psi. Your workspace should be well ventilated if used within a tent or shelter. Place the heater on secure level ground, away from exposure to wind or water. Your propane tank and any other combustibles must be placed at least 10 feet away from any flammable material, even if you are working in a fire-resistant tent. Before igniting the heater, open the valve on the LPG cylinder to start the flow of fuel. To ignite, first press down on the knob and turn it to high. Never stand over the heater during ignition. Instead, kneel behind the heater and hold down the safety shutoff valve found underneath the ceramic head of the heater in the middle of the base. Meanwhile, push the igniter button until the heater ignites. Continue holding the safety valve button for roughly 1 minute to heat the thermocouple. When the thermocouple is hot enough, release the safety valve and the heater will remain lit. Once lit, the heater's output can be adjusted to your desired setting. If the heater gets knocked over, the built-in tip-over protection will immediately cut off the fuel. This helps to prevent any fire or damage to your tent. To reignite the heater, first stand the heater back up and turn the rotary and cylinder valves to the off position. You may have to tap the shutoff valve lightly with a small hand tool, like a screwdriver, to get it to open back up. Then you can repeat the ignition process to turn the heater back on. Using the heater in a drafty area may cause reduced efficiency. If the unit can't be relocated to a draft-free area, try turning the body so the back is facing into the wind. The process of turning off the heater is similar to turning it on. First, shut off the fuel supply on the LPG tank. This allows fuel in the line to burn off and lowers the pressure. Once the heater flame goes out, you may turn the rotary knob to off. Allow the heater to cool, disconnect the hose, and store the components. Please note that the heater must not be relit for 5 minutes following shutoff. Pelsue is dedicated to your safety, from design and manufacturing through the life of your equipment. If you have questions or concerns about your infrared tent heater, contact us immediately by emailing sales@pelsue.com or by calling 800-525-8460. Pelsue, over half a century of tradition and innovation.